Why is it important for us to embody worthiness? So, why do you think it's important for us to embody? And I mean fully embody, like fully know at a deep unconscious level that you are worthy. Do you think that affects who you're calling in, how you're showing up, the types of people that you're attracting in your life, like all of the things? And if any of that is out of alignment, do you think that's going to be reflected out in what you're actually receiving into your life? So when we're out of alignment or don't truly believe our worthiness, don't truly believe we're deserving of, don't truly believe that we're able and capable of having all the things, then what it does is it sends out this vibration and it calls in the things that you need, that reflection piece that you need for you to uncover what's going on unconsciously so you can work through that and move through that to recognize that actually I'm deserving. I am worthy. I deserve better than this. And so generally, if there is an unworthiness piece, you'll attract someone who will make you see how worthy you are because they will grate you. They will make you feel like shit. They will be the opposite to what you deserve because the polarity of that is that you actually sit there and go, what I deserve better than this. So you'll have things and you'll have people that come into your life that will reflect to you the pieces where you get to set healthy boundaries, where you get to establish, actually, no, I want more than this. I want better than this. I want to be treated better. I want to be spoken to better. All of those pieces. We're conditioned to debate. We're conditioned to compare ourselves to other people. We're conditioned to be competitive. We're conditioned all these different things to enforce and reaffirm that we're actually not worthy or we're not good enough or we have to be a certain way or look a certain way, particularly by the media and by magazines and social media these days, that you have to look a certain way and you have to be an influencer and you have to do this and that to be considered worthy. But in truth, the exterior mask that we wear has no reflection of how we truly feel. And in truth, if we have that level of self-worth, do you think we're going to show up on social media for the purpose of being seen for no other reason than just to, hey, look at me, look at me? No. We'll go out there and we'll share a message or we'll, whatever it is to be in our purpose, but not intentionally to be like, hey, look at me, I need all the followers so I can feel worthy because I've got so many followers. Like, it's not about that. So knowing your worth and being able to accept and receive your worth are very different. So knowing it. Yes, I know I am deserving. And generally it comes in here first. Generally it comes in our conscious mind where we're like, I deserve to be treated better than this. I know I can be spoken to better than this. I know, like, all the things. We consciously know that to be true. Yet unconsciously, there's generally a little bit of incongruency because of our old belief systems and our programming and growing up and our inner child wounding. So if we haven't done our inner child wounding, this will be very reflective at an unconscious level. And so that will flow out and that will be what we attract in. So consciously we'll be like, oh, no, you don't get to speak to me like that. But unconsciously we've called it in because we need that reflection to see that there's still an unworthiness piece that needs to be healed. So when we get to be and integrate the two, like integrate the conscious mind and the unconscious mind, and we can know, like deeply know in our being, in our core, that we are worthy, then we start to reflect out. We start to set healthy boundaries. We start to say no. We start to use our voice. And then we start to call things in and the vibration matches. So we'll actually start to receive the things that we are knowing of, deserving of, and we'll start to actually have that come into our vortex because the vibration and the energy aligns. But then we go a step deeper and and this is where you'll start to peel back those layers, the onion layers. So consciously the first layer, then unconsciously, and then you'll start to receive things come into you. You'll start to receive what you've been calling in. You'll start to receive all these amazing things. And then all of a sudden you'll do like, can I really have this? Am I really allowed to be happy? Am I really allowed to? Does this make me greedy? And then all the other stories play out. So there's so many layers, and know that it's all perfect. You peel back one layer, there'll be another one. You'll peel back another layer, there'll be another one. Peel back another layer. It's all awareness. This is why we've got 5-6 steps. Acknowledge. Oh, hang on a second. Why am I resisting this? Acceptance. Okay, there is a bit of resistance here. What am I resisting? Recognition. Oh, this is me sabotaging. This is me showing up saying I'm not worthy, I'm not deserving, or I can't receive this, or I'm greedy, or whatever the other story is that needs to be played out. Then we go into forgiveness. I forgive myself, or I forgive others. I get to actually have this. Worthiness piece. Yes, this is mine. I choose to continue to receive this and choose to continue to keep this. It's one thing to manifest and it's one thing to call something in, but once you've received it, then what do you do with it? Because too often than not, we'll receive it and then we're like, I can't have that. I can't receive that. I'm not, all the things, and we'll block it because we're so used to giving all the time. Oh, I can't receive. So it's blocking that flow. But 2, we're not used to receiving. And when you open up the floodgates and you start receiving, it's like, am I greedy? Am I asking for too much? Like, can I really have all of this? Yes, you can. And it's not greedy, because think about how much you give, how much you show up in the world, how much you give to other people. Why can't you receive that too? So the other thing that really marries in with that piece is that when we start actually receiving the things that we've called in, what we can tend to do is self-sabotage. And it's an old habit. Yeah. It comes from those unconscious conditions, and we start to show up in that old habit. So we get to actually witness that too. Like, how have we shown up in the past that has sabotaged the result? Like, we get to truly be honest with ourselves about that. And if we show up the same way moving forward, are we going to just get the same result? More than likely. So we get to choose. And normally that's linked in with worth and with fear. And if it's not linked in with your worthiness, because you're like, no, I am deserving. Because when you do the work and you get to the place where you know you are deserving, the other thing that comes in and can be of play is fear. And not fear of rejection. It's actually fear of having it all. Oh my God, what happens if I actually have everything? What happens if I actually have all the love and have all the happiness and have all the things? Like, what does that look like? So we don't know what it looks like or feels like. And then we have this story in our head that, oh, we can't have that, or, oh, it's too good to be true, or things are going so well, I'm just waiting for things to up again. We actually get to do the things and we get to have the things. And if we're constantly putting out there, then, I'm just waiting for things to up or whatever, then we're putting that out there. We're waiting for things to fall apart. And you know what that means is we're actually projecting that out. We're generally showing up in that way. And it's called self-sabotage. We get to actually witness how we're showing up in this space, where fear is playing out, where worthiness is playing out, where any other emotion, and there's no right or wrong. No emotion is bad. It's all a beautiful learning and opportunity and lesson. We just get to do the things. We get to witness how we're showing up. We get to witness if this is the same old pattern that we've always run. Is this truly what we want? Or do we choose to do differently? So I want you to close down your eyes. Take a big deep breath in and out through mouth. Shake off like the density and just that. Come back to ourselves, come back to our center. Like, this is a really beautiful reflection for us. This is a beautiful learning. Things will happen. Things will like throw us off course, and that's okay. We get to come back to our truth and our center. Take a big deep breath in, and I want you to breathe into your heart. Just breathing into your heart. And I want you to connect in with a time where you felt fully seen, fully loved. Maybe it's from a friend, a parent, a child. A time where you have felt fully seen, fully held, and just you knew how loved and worthy you were in that moment. Now, I want you to connect in with that part of you where you know that you're worthy, where you felt fully seen and loved and held. And I want you to feel how good that felt. I want you to literally be in that moment again, looking through your own eyes, hearing what you heard, seeing what you saw, and feeling all those feelings of worthiness and love and held and being seen and all of those pieces. And I want you to allow that to filter through your entire body. Allow that to be felt. And if you're not smiling, you're not feeling it. So go there, allow yourself to feel it. Allow yourself to be in that moment again and fully embody that sense of self-worth that you had in that moment. Now, I want you to notice when you're in this moment, what does it look like? How does you showing up in that sense of self-worth and being seen and loved, what does that look like for you? How do you hold yourself? How do you hold your shoulders? How do you hold your head, your body? What are you wearing? How do you smell? What words are coming out of your mouth? What are you hearing? What words are being spoken to you? What are you feeling in your body? What are you feeling from others? Is there touch involved? Are they hugging you? Are they holding your hand? Like, feel it all, witness it all, like see it all. What does it look like, sound like, feel like? I just want to give you another 30 seconds of just being in that, embodying that. Remember who that is within you, because you can actually tap into that at any point, because you are always that. That sense of self-worth, you are that. That is you. Now just coming back slowly and allowing yourself to come back. And as you do, I want you to get your pen and paper out and I want you to write down everything. What did it sound like? What did it look like? What were you wearing? How did you speak? How did you hold yourself? What did you feel? Get really specific, because you have the ability to tap into that at any moment. How did you hold yourself? How did you present yourself? And if that's not how you would normally present yourself, I want you to like connect in with that part of you that feels seen and heard and knows that you're worthy, and looking at how you hold yourself and who you're surrounding yourself with. And if it's not what you were wearing then, what would you wear now? How would you present yourself now, knowing that worthiness piece, that is you, that you can connect in with at any time? And if that's not how you would show up now, how would you? What would you wear? How would you present yourself? How would you hold yourself? How would you speak? What words would you say? And from this place of worthiness, I want you to go deeper. If you find that you're triggered or something happens, how would you show up differently in that situation? Or any situation that you would normally be triggered by because you would question your sense of worth or how you're showing up. I want you to notice now that you're in that sense of worth, in your body, fully embodied in that, how would you show up in that trigger where you would have previously been triggered? What does it look like now? How does it sound differently? How does it feel differently? What are the thoughts and stories that now follow through with that? So that's one way of being able to connect in with your sense of worth. You literally just get to connect in with her because she always exists. She's always there. Like, she is already a part of you. She is not separate to you. She is you. This is always available to you. So this is one way of you being able to really deeply connect in with your sense of worth and embody your truth, because that is your truth. Your truth is that you are worthy, you are deserving, you get to have it all. That is your truth. That is the piece of remembrance you need to come back to. And how good does it feel? Like, you actually get to have that. You actually get to feel that. And yes, you may come in and out of that. You're still human. We're having a human experience. We've chosen to come in and feel all the feels and ride the waves and the pendulum. But you get to come back to her. You get to connect in with this. And the more you can do this exercise and embody her and feel her and anchor her in, the more you can walk around fully embodying that every single day.